Alright guys, I'm back. This is part 2 of my quick hair series about special repair or intensive repair if you've kind of gotten to a point and you don't know what to do with your hair. If you're in the bleaching process, highlighting process, maybe your hair has been damaged. And I'm just sharing some tips and recommendations I have for you from experience that I've had in my past or along the way with bleaching or highlighting my hair. I am pretty familiar with highlighting my own hair. As you can see, I actually recently did my own like DIY ombre where it goes from darkest to lightest. And these are just some tips and tricks that I wanted to share with you because chances are if you're watching this, well, either you're subscribed to my channel or you've stumbled upon my video because you may have had an oh my god, my hair moment, and you just need some guidance or help because you have no idea what to do and you're probably in like panic mode because either your hair feels mushy, maybe your hair is like crazy colored, maybe you feel like you've damaged your hair because it's brittle or it's cracking, or you feel like it's breaking or snapping, or it looks like hay or straw. If that describes any of your problems, I'm going to go ahead and take you step by step through the recovery process. And even if your hair is fairly healthy but you just have some issues with split ends, maybe some breaking or damage or anything like that, then I'm hoping that you'll be able to learn a couple of tips from this video to help you. The one product that I absolutely swear by, and I'll show you what the package looks like, because anytime I do a severe bleaching on my hair, for example, I've gone pretty much from a dark brown, almost black shade to kind of like platinum blonde on my tips. I like to do a protein treatment on my hair. The first thing you do when you strip a lot of proteins and keratin and anything like that out of your hair is you've got to put something back because you've essentially taken off layers of your hair shaft. For that, I like to use a two-step kit, and it looks like this. You can pick this up at Sally's. I'm pretty sure you can get it online, and your hair should be fine a couple of days until you get a good protein treatment in it. So don't worry if you don't have this available right away, but you can definitely order this. And it's only going to cost you about $4. It's a two-step process called Aphogee. I really don't know how to say it. It's A-P-H-O-G-E-E. It's a connected two-step process, and it looks like this. And this is a hair restructure and protein rebuilding kit. And basically it says it helps just kind of prevent cracking and rebuild the strands of your hair, and it's going to last for about 6 weeks. What you'll do is you'll lay down this first step of the process. You're going to apply this all over your hair from roots to tips. You're going to let it sit in your hair, and you're going to take a hair dryer. Don't put it too close to your hair, but you're going to want to put it on a medium setting, and you're just going to want to evenly distribute the heat. Try not to jiggle your hair around or move your hair around when you use this. It's going to make your hair feel like it's about to the point of cracking off of your head. It's going to feel like if you've ever done like an egg mask on your face or something, it's going to get really hard and really brittle feeling, but that's the protein that's bonding with your hair shaft. So after that gets completely hard to the point that it feels like it's going to break off, then you're going to want to use warm water in the shower. You're going to want to rinse it out, and then you're going to want to apply the second step of the process, which is balancing moisturizer. And this is just going to add back a lot of natural moisture to your hair. And right away, immediately, especially if you have that hair that feels kind of elasticy or mushy feeling, and if you have mushy hair, you know what I'm talking about because there's no other way to describe it. It feels like your hair still has like gobs of conditioner in it, and it feels like almost like a rubbery eraser. This is going to immediately give you a tremendous amount of strength. You'll even be able to feel the difference. Now, right after it's conditioned, you are going to notice your hair is still going to be a little bit frizzly or frazzled looking, but once you start with your regular intensive repair conditioner, you're going to notice a huge difference, and you won't be as panicky or freaked out. So I highly recommend this product. This is your intensive protein repair. Alright, next we're going to go into deep conditioning and some really good treatments that I think a lot of people overlook because they're on the opposite side of the hair care aisle. And by opposite side, I mean this is going to be your ethnic hair care products. You will generally find this in the section that has a lot of the products that help with the weaving or African American type hair, and believe it or not, those products really do wonders for slathering on moisture in regular, I guess, like our hair. I mean, I don't know how to explain our hair. I guess it would be white people hair. I don't know. I love everybody. That's all I mean. If it works for my hair, it's going in my hair. So these are the ones I'm going to go ahead and recommend for you. Intensive repair for dry, frizzed out hair. This stuff is the bomb. All of these products, like I said, you can get at Walmart. I'm trying to think of things. Now this one is readily available at Sally's or online. I believe you can also order this from a variety of different hair care places. So it's not like you have to have a license, a cosmetology license, to be able to get your hands on this one. The rest of these products I think you can pretty much find at your local Walmart or like Ulta, Sephora. Nothing's too expensive or too crazy. Hair mayonnaise. It sounds disgusting, it looks disgusting, it smells even weirder than that. It looks like this. It's like a big tub of omelet mix is what it looks like. This is going to pack your hair full of protein, and after following up your protein treatment, this is just going to help keep the proteins and the oils and everything going in your hair. Now this is highly intensive to the point that it literally feels like you've got oil in your hair along with like cream, and anyhow, it's even got little bits of like herbs in it, which is, it's very unusual. Now all that rinses out, it's not going to stick to your hair. You're not going to look like you have like parsley in your hair, so you don't have to worry. But this is something you don't want to abuse. This is Organic Root Stimulator Hair Mayonnaise. This is the original hair mayonnaise, and they make different brands make different variations of this. I've seen this at CVS. I have seen different brands at different places, but this is the one that I usually pick up at Walmart. I have this all the time. I don't recommend using this more than once a week. Why? Because you're going to find out when you first use it. It is very, very thick. And after using this, you're going to want to actually wash your hair and condition it again, because the way this feels is just bizarre. It makes your hair feel like you've got like a big thick glob of creamy hand lotion that you rub through your hair. But once it's rinsed out and washed out, the overall effects that this has on your hair long term and in general, especially if you have frizzies or flyaways, it's really going to tame and smooth the ends down like you would not believe. It adds so much natural shine to your hair, and if you've got like straw-like hair and it feels like pine straw, this is really going to work to help get it smoothed out. Now, it's not immediate results. You will see an immediate difference, but it's not immediate results as far as correcting the frizz. But over a couple of weeks, like when you use it the first week, second week, by the third week, you're definitely going to tell a huge difference in your hair. A very intense conditioner works wonderfully, especially if you're in that emergency state where you really need to get some good natural nutrition back in your hair and try to build those hair strands back up. So I highly recommend this. Now, moving on from this, I'm going to recommend something else to you. And again, it is going to be found in your ethnic hair care section, especially at Walmart. You'll be able to find this. It's called Cantu Shea Butter, and the package looks like this. And this is a great leave-in conditioner. I'll just read it off real fast. It says, made with pure shea butter, stops and mends hair breakage, leaves hair soft, shiny, and manageable, formulated for severely damaged, dry, or coarse hair. Okay, so basically this is like a kind of like, you can see I've already kind of used a good bit of it. Like I said, I just came through the ombre process, so this is my like go-to stuff anytime I know I'm going to be doing some intensive bleaching, or you know, anytime you strip or bleach your hair or do anything to it, especially if you have dark hair and you're going lighter, you are going to damage your hair. It's inevitable. You're taking things out of your hair. You're taking color, you're taking pigmentation. You need to repair it, and you need to replace it, and you need to build it back up. Well, I just find that this is a really nice, pleasant smelling ingredient. This is a leave-in conditioner. It's very thick, like I said, again in your ethnic hair care section, but it's going to really rebuild your hair. It smells amazing. It smells like a tutti fruity fruit salad, and you're just going to take a little bit in your hands, and you're just going to rub it through your hair. Don't go up to your roots unless you feel like your roots are really dry too, but pretty much from the ears down, you're just going to rub this through your hair. You leave it in your hair. You don't want to do too much so it's not greasy. Kind of feel it out, but your hair will drink this stuff up like you would not believe. And right away, you'll notice if you have little sprigs of hair that are just kind of going it really smooths those down and gets them all going in one direction. It lays that cuticle down flat, and it just really makes a great difference on your hair. And actually my hair's it's kind of damaged right now from the ombre, but I mean, you can't tell because I do use the products that I'm referring you to try. So all of these I purchased with my own money too, so don't think this is a sponsored review or anything. But the great thing about this product too, it's a leave-in conditioner, so you actually can use this every day, and you can also make your own spray, which I did, and I'll show you. It's like this. Now, you don't need to go out to the store. You don't need to buy detangler. You don't need to buy a separate product. You can actually take any kind of water. I prefer kind of like distilled water or spring water, or even like if you have a bottle of water in your fridge, use that because it's going to be a lot cleaner water than faucet water. But fill up your bottle to about right here with the water, and then you're going to want to scoop some of this and cram it down into your bottle, and then you can mix it with a drop of tea tree oil if you have that. You don't have to have the tea tree oil if you don't want. That's just one extra additive, but you make your own hair spray out of it, and it's really great. You can just spray your hair and then just comb it through your hair with a wide tooth comb. If you're watching this, you may have damaged hair, you may have frizzled out hair, so you want to use a wide tooth comb. You don't want to be trying to brush it. You need to be very, very careful with your hair. So anyhow, this is one great product that you get a lot of uses out of. You get a ton of it, so it's going to last you a very long time because you don't need a lot of product. This is a great hair smoothing, hair care product. I highly recommend it, and it's going to do wonders for your hair if it's completely frizzed out. Alright, another thing I'm going to recommend, if you are more on the natural side of products and you like things that are 100% natural for you without any type of additional additives or chemicals, then I highly recommend coconut oil. Now, this is messy stuff, and it can either be hard. I'll tell you to make it easy for you because you might wonder if you have good coconut oil or bad coconut oil. If it's hard, like the oil itself is hard, then it's cold. If it's liquidy, then it's warm. It's going to be based on your temperature. Anytime it's probably around like 78 to 80 degrees, it is going to be in kind of a gooey, liquidy form like this. There's nothing you can do. You didn't ruin your coconut oil. It's perfectly fine. If you were to toss this in the fridge, it were to get cold, it would be white and hard as a rock. Basically, all you need to do is just leave it out. If you keep it in your bathroom, it's probably going to stay in sort of like a soft consistency. This I do not recommend for all over the hair. I recommend towards the bottom. It's going to make your roots super greasy. Unless your roots are super dry and damaged, keep it away from the top of your hair unless you're just tapping it on to smooth flyaways. Towards the ends of your hair, if you have split ends, if you have damaged ends, if you have pine straw ends, if you have hay-like hair, if you have prickly, gross, kind of crunchy hair, take this and only apply it to the tip ends of your hair, and it'll really help smooth them down and tame them, getting them facing down, get them smooth so you don't look like you have cotton fluff hair or like cotton candy hair. This is a wonderful natural product. It smells great to boot. You just don't want to go overboard with it because you'll look like you have an oil slick in your hair. Highly recommend it, and I think it'll make a big difference for your hair if you've got some issues with damage and you want to go a more natural route. I still use all of these products in rotation. There's no set thing that you have to do, but these are things that I've found that time and again, if I've referred people to try them, they've enjoyed using them, they've really seen a major difference, so I'm hoping this will help you. Alright, another thing, once you feel like your hair is back to a point where you can touch it again, and, you know, of course, once you've done the protein treatment, once you've done, you know, your intensive conditioner, you want to kind of try not to wash your hair as much as possible. And by that I mean, like, you might want to try to wait at least 2 days between shampoos, especially if you feel like your hair is at a point that it's really damaged, because washing your hair is only going to strip the natural oils out of your hair. And right now what we're trying to do is rebuild and re-moisturize your hair, not strip it. So the less you can wash it, the better. But once you get to a point where you feel like you're washing your hair again, you've got your hair a little bit stronger, you're not noticing as much snappage or breakage, then I think that would probably be like, if you're at the throes of the most damaged part, wait 3 or 4 days before you even try to touch your hair with any type of heat. But once you're on like day 3 or something, then I recommend doing any type of you know, you can actually straighten your hair a little bit, and that'll really tame a lot of the flyaways. You don't want to use a high heat setting. Keep it like around 290 to 300 degrees. Use some type of heat protectant. If you don't have that, you can use that spritz that we made. You can use that as your heat protectant. You just want to put down some type of conditioner on your hair before you try to just kind of put some heat on it. Now, at this point, the heat is just going to kind of get your cuticle laying back down flat. Again, you don't want to put too much heat on fried, frizzled, damaged hair. Just a light bit of heat is going to actually kind of help set your cuticle down and get your hair laying all one way and just kind of tame those little frizzy ends. So if you're going to do that, just lay down some type of heat protectant. This one's Tresemme. You can get it at Walmart. But coconut oil, if you have any of these conditioning products, except for the hair mayonnaise, don't put this in your hair without planning to wash it. But leave in conditioners, leave in coconut oil, anything like that. Put some of that on before you apply any heat to your hair, because anything is better than nothing. You don't want to put heat on straight damaged hair. So do that. Apply some type of protectant. And then If you're looking for a good shine serum to just kind of mask the effects of dry, brittle hair, then Paul Mitchell's Super Skinny Serum is the one I highly recommend. You can find this at Ulta, you can find this online. Anytime you go to the mall or you go by a place like Great Clips, Great Cuts, almost all the places you go to are going to have this. It's a little bit more expensive, sometimes you can get it on special, but it's the Paul Mitchell Smoothing Super Skinny Serum. And basically, this lays down a layer of shimmeriness and it just smooths and conditions your hair. I can't explain it. It's just a really good shine serum. It's not like a John Frieda Frizzy's, which to me, I just don't really feel like that does anything beneficial for my hair. This is just a really nourishing and a wonderfully glossy product that just adds so much natural shine to your hair and just helps give you some shine. I can't tell if you can tell. I have it in my hair right now. I think you can see it on the ends. It just gives it that natural glossy kind of shine, and it's not too thick, it's not too greasy, so I think it makes your hair feel really good. So, okay, that's a lot of products that I talked about. So it's like, what would be the necessary things? If I had to pick a couple and you're on a budget, by far, this would be the necessary. This is going to rebuild the protein in your hair and stop with the snapping. Go for the Aphogee. There are some different hair root rescue repair kits that they make if you don't have this. There's also something called Hask Placenta. It's kind of gross. It's exactly what it sounds like. It has placental tissue in it. It sounds nasty, but it's natural, and it's going to kind of have the same effect as the protein treatment. Mind you, it's a little bit stronger than that, but it is going to rebuild a lot of the protein that you've lost out of your hair. Protein treatment is a must. Definitely get yourself a protein treatment. From there, I would definitely, if you don't want to do the hair mayonnaise, because this is about $10, find yourself a good just hair mask. Anything you feel comfortable using, put it in your hair once a week. Any more than that, you're going to dry your hair out more as opposed to moisturize it. So good hair mask once a week. Get yourself a good leave-in conditioner. Like I said, I choose to go with ethnic products for ethnic hair because their hair is by nature a lot drier and a lot more brittle, but they do a lot of heat styling. Most of the time they'll flatten their hair with like 500 or 600 degrees. So I mean, this is some intensive stuff and it works really well, and it's very thick and you'll see a lot of results, and it has a lot of good ingredients in it. Definitely go with the protein treatment. Definitely go with some type of leave-in treatment. You could probably even use this as a hair mask. So if I had to choose one of the two, I would say this one. But you know, if you're like me and you like rotating through products, any of the ones that I discussed are great. This is perfect for your ends. It's natural. Like I said, I have all of these products on hand, and basically if you were to go out and buy all of these products, you probably wouldn't spend more than $35, which to me isn't that expensive considering a lot of it you can make yourself, and it has multi-uses. So you can make your own shine serum, you can make your own kind of aftercare spritz, but that's it. That is kind of like all the recommendations I have to get your hair back in tip-top shape if it's feeling fried or feeling frazzled. Do you need all the products? No, but those are just some that you might want to try to see if it'll work for you. If you have come to this video because your hair is yellow or orange, I recommend you check out the other accompaniment to this video because it is a two-part video. It's going to be, oh my god, my hair's orange, my hair's yellow, I over-bleached it, over-processed it, what do I do to get rid of that look? And I get into some different products that help you tone your hair and get that crazy color out of your hair. So, okay, that is it for my two-step series, and like I said, I wanted to put this out in the universe because I know people do things to their hair and they get those oh no moments, what do I do, you know? And I really hope that this video has helped you in some way, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!